heard about him because he's been championing a certain cause, saying that your PhD is questionable. Heard about him because he's been championing a certain cause, saying that your PhD is questionable. Is it?
So his government was in power for 8 years, and at that time, was he sleeping or he was in Jamaica? He didn't know this. And I worked under them for 8 years. You see, I don't respond to idiots. That's why I don't know him. That's how I am. Because, you see, I'm a lecturer. I've taught students for a very long time. Matters like this, when you give them attention, they can. No, you see, you must. I respect people. I respect people a lot. You see, my students.
Okay, so
I've started responding to them. I cannot respond to people like that.
No. As citizens,
yes.
When people raise these allegations, it's up to you. No, Dr. Tanko, it's up to you to let Ghanaians know that, listen, what this guy is saying is false. And so you can even sue him. You know that for defamation.
So that
why
so he get me.
Say it in public and let everybody
know what?
On Joy Prime that your doctor or your PhD certificate is credible.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. After running you through all these processes.
I know you are credible. Yeah.
So I'm coming.
Yeah.
So why do you give credibility to idiots? In Ghana, we must call a shovel a shovel.
No.
And not a long spoon. I mean, my problem, that's why they say I'm a hard guy. I'll tell you as it is.
It's good to be.
Me, I don't, when I'm lecturing, one of my students told them, you don't know this man. He will drive from campaign platform to classroom to lecture and go back to campaign platform. My students have never failed. Go back to my reason. I will get 100%. That's why even when I was lecturing in Tatco, they tried to sack me because I was doing campaign plenty. My principal told them, be careful, it's my best year. And I'm saying that I don't give credibility to people like that.
Fantastic. Okay.
Attention to people like that.
So this morning we are not going to give credibility to these people. We are not going to give attention to these people. But we are going to state the university that gave you the PhD certificate. Which university is it?
Okay, it's no university. I said it. I haven't hidden it. It's there.
No university? Which university?
Kingsno University. Kingsno. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you do online?
Yeah, it's an online. It's an online program.
Okay, and which year was this?
I told you, when I finished KUST 2012, I enrolled 2012 at the school, completed in 2016.
Okay.
At that time, you see, I think I have to go back to classroom one day to teach some people sense. In education, we have offline and online.
Okay, so you graduated in which year?
2016. 2016.
So you got your PhD
as far as 2016.
Fantastic.
Yes.
It says a committee.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. And I believe that the minister saw the question as a necessary question. That is why he provided the information. So if his position is that the document exists but he cannot provide that document, then I rest my case. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable Roxanne Nelson.
Speaker.
Kwame Eche Dafamako.
Speaker, John and I go way back. In fact, my roommate in law school. It is not the minister saying he cannot provide. He says the law forbids him. And he has spoken eloquently to the matter. So creating the impression that the minister says the document exists but he cannot provide, that is not the rendition. He says it exists, but I'm forbidden by this House own enactment. It's exempted. He's quoted it in the... Please. The right to information provides. It's an opinion. So we are lawmakers, and luckily we are also lawyers. So we should be guided. If he wants to use his committee to do this, it's mandated under law.
Honourable members, I was instrumental in the passage of the Right to Information Act. So I know that some informations are classified. And the minister in his answer quoted the various provisions that classified the information. Yes, Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, if care is not taken, we may be setting a very troubling precedent, all in the name of the law. All in the name of the law. What is the gravamen of the question for which the minister is arguing certain exemptions under the law to suggest that he cannot provide because RTI stops him from providing that information. Mr. Speaker, for the avoidance of doubt, and I would urge patience as we all navigate this matter, because it's not for today. Whatever we're saying now for Hansard may be a reference point tomorrow. And I'm not disturbed at all when Speaker rules for or against. What is the member saying? Listen, to ask the Attorney General and Minister for Justice to provide the memorandum which formed the basis for the decision to withdraw charges against Dr. John Pandit Isiama. Mr. Speaker, a Minister of State has taken a decision on the basis of an advice. We all know that, of course, Noli Prosequa, he is not required by law to explain or give a justification. But, Mr. Speaker, to the extent that this matter has become a public interest matter, Mr. Speaker, and may my colleagues exercise restraint and listen. Mr. Speaker, to the extent that this has become a public interest matter, resulting in a member of Parliament asking you to provide that information. At least it helps you and your image and that of the government that the basis upon which you filed the Noli Prosequa was well founded. If you now say that by a certain enactment, the member of Parliament must file for some disclosure under RTI or that, and that by this act, House's own enactment, he is forbidden or he is stopped from providing the information. Mr. Speaker, I find it very rich. I find it very rich.
Honorable
that
minority,
is an unfortunate.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, if I may conclude with respect.
But with all due respect, you and I were here and we took part in the passage of the law.
That is so.
Now, does the law says in classifying the information that based on public interest, the information should be provided? If no, then I believe we should proceed to another question.
Mr. Speaker, this exercise is good for all of us. Mr. Speaker, who determines, honorable member for Isikado, you are coming
Please
from
address the chair.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, I want my respected junior colleague to know that she shouldn't come to the front bench to be talking across, please. Mr. Speaker, who is determining that this piece of advice, the basis for this decision by the Attorney General, is classified? Is he the one who is saying that it is classified, or the law is saying?
The law.
That when, Mr. Speaker, I need to finish. Mr. Speaker, I have had my time at the bar. Mr. Speaker, I have had my time at the bar, and I'm able to make my argument. I have to be heard, and if you disagree, you rule against me. The interjections are getting out of hand. Mr. Speaker, if the law is saying that any primary document, the subject matter of a final decision making, is classified, the law must expressly say so. Mr. Speaker, if the Attorney General, the first gentleman of the bar, a citizen is facing prosecution, and he comes in to say that, no, I'm withdrawing charges, and he says that it is not me, but I have been advised, and it's not me. The Attorney General is not saying that he himself.
Attorney General, I will give you the floor.
But he
so
says that
just hold it.
the Attorney General is saying that he's been advised, because, Mr. Speaker, the government of the question tells it all. That says that provide the memorandum. Mr. Speaker, the fact that there is a memorandum is a matter of subject public knowledge. The Attorney General's office put out in the public domain that there was a memorandum, that it is based on the memorandum that he has exercised discretion. The questioner is therefore asking you, make available to the people's representatives this memorandum. And you say it's classified, it's a secret document, it's very rich. He will not use any available other tool. The tool available to him is what he's using to say that make available that memorandum for all of us to see. Peruse it. Mr. Speaker, I so submit and I believe that the member must be allowed to ask his question and that minister cannot hide under any law to say he won't give the details of this memorandum.